Now Beckham will hand over the captain's armband and bring the curtain down on a glorious career. A champion in 4 different countries. England's most capped outfield player waves goodbye.
David Beckham was the pioneer of elevating football players from mere athletes to global celebrities. Endorsement deals, chat show appearances and struts on red carpets elevated this world-class winger into an international treasure. But before Hollywood underwear ads, the calls for a knighthood and a fascination with brand Beckham, there was a time in which he was the most hated man in England. Why? Well, this video will recount the story of David Beckham's redemption. 30th June 1998, St Etienne is the World Cup round of 16 between England and Argentina. And let's just say there's a bit of animosity between these two countries. Fans have been treated to an epic encounter, and with the score at 2-2, David Beckham does this.
If you look, he has a little flick at him and then he kicks him.
Beg your pardon.
I think he's got to go and the referee's 4 yards away.
Yeah. Wait a minute, he's taking another card out for Beckham. It's a red card for David Beckham.
England hold on for the rest of the 90 minutes in extra time, but they crash out on penalties. This was a team that was supposed to go further, perhaps even all the way, and there was only going to be one man to blame. David Beckham in that moment was of course petulant and naive, but he didn't deserve the bombardment and bullying that he then faced in the subsequent months and years from both the media and the public. Effigies of him were hung from lampposts outside pubs and set on fire. The press circled in on him like a pack of hyenas, with one newspaper printing out a cut-out dartboard of his face, and the most memorable headline being 10 lions, 1 stupid boy. And we can only imagine what Twitter would have looked like back then for Beckham, but even without social media existing at that time, he still received constant death threats, bullets were sent to him in the post, and he was reminded almost on a daily basis by journalists that he had let down his entire country. He was at rock bottom, and it's understandable why. As the summer months passed, the ill feelings towards Beckham didn't subside. They tended to get even worse. And as he visited different Premier League grounds with his Manchester United team the following season, he was met with just a chorus of boos and derogatory chants every time that he touched the ball. And this level of abuse lasted 3.5 years. He was quite simply hated, and people didn't want him being selected for England anymore, but he kept his place and was eventually awarded the captaincy in 2000. And then everything finally changed for Beckham on the 6th of October 2001, Old Trafford, Manchester, England versus Greece. After a less than impressive qualifying campaign, England needed at least a draw in this game to qualify for the 2002 World Cup. On that day there was only one England player, putting in a performance that actually brought pride to the shirt. But England was struggling and were 2-1 down as the game entered additional time. But then they were awarded a free kick for this challenge on Teddy Sheringham. And I remember watching this as a kid. It was the first game that I really vividly remembered because of the magnitude and the tension surrounding it. And even to this day, I can't exactly put into words what happens next.
Everybody, part of the Greek supporters playing for a goal. Second to take. The 93rd minute at Old Trafford.
David Beckham in that moment washed himself of all the abuse and vilification thrown at him for the previous 3.5 years. Teams of rival fans would chant his name long into the night and be proud to have him lead out their country the next summer at the 2002 World Cup in Japan and South Korea. That goal still sends shivers down the spines of everyone who watches it year after year. It was cathartic and a moment of sporting redemption that fans truly live for. And that was the moment that sparked Beckham mania. Guys wanted to be him, girls wanted to be with him, schoolboys and even some grown men started copying his outrageous hairstyles. And every kid on the playground wanted to recreate that moment. And David Beckham had kick-started his journey to becoming a global icon. And what can we all learn from this amazing tale of redemption? Well, usually I explain these stories through a psychological lens and try and extract practical nuggets of wisdom that we can all learn from in terms of the resilience shown by these top performers. But this one, especially for people from England, it doesn't really need any explanation. It already means so many different things to so many different people, and so many things have been taken away from it. But I'll tell you what it means to me. It's a demonstration that you can go from rock bottom to the top of a mountain in a heartbeat, or you can go from zero to hero in a split second. But this is actually just a mirage. That heartbeat or that split second is just a cover for the years of dedication, perseverance and determination, all traits of what it means to be resilient. David Beckham didn't really redeem himself that day through that one kick of a football at Old Trafford. He actually redeemed himself through thousands of kicks on the training ground, perfecting his free kick technique over the 3.5 years that he was booed, berated and blasted by fans all around the country. Redemption, like anything else, is a process. It's not a singular event or moment in time. And if we acknowledge that, then we ourselves can build the resilience necessary to overcome the worst points of our careers and lives.
Is that of David Beckham. Hold the cups and the glasses back home.